Hey guys, I am going to go ahead and do this Facebook Live, but I'll post the video so that way y'all can watch it at a different time. So it's live now, but it'll be on the page later. So no worries if you can't watch this whole thing right now. But I'm going to make some homemade Play-Doh with Jello. So here is this, and I say I am. Okay, shit, I'm so new to this. Hold on, just a second. I'm going to show. I made some last night. Flip this camera around. All right. So this is what I made last night. This was with 2 boxes of 3-ounce packages of Jello gelatin. And as you can see, it makes a whole lot. It doesn't taste great, but everything in it is edible. So there's no like glue or anything like that. So if your kiddos do put it in their mouth, it's not gonna hurt anything. And as you can tell, like my kids played with this last night for forever, and it's not sticky, and it's still very, very pliable, and it smells nice. It smells like cherries. I used red Jello, so whatever color of Jello you decide to grab, you can make that color of Play-Doh. So what I have here are 2 packages. I was able to find, this is 2 boxes of 3.9 ounce packages of Jello. This was just what I showed you. I made with 2 boxes of 3. If you want to just half this recipe, and I'm going to make copies of this recipe, and I'll put those in the box out front, and I'll staple them together. But I got this off of prekpages.com. They had recipes there for things to do in classrooms, and that's where I found this. So this is 2 boxes of the Jello, and to that I'm going to add 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour. This is a half a cup, so that's why there were so many different cups. Mix that up. You want all your dry ingredients to be pretty mixed up before you add your wet. Also to that, you're going to need a half a cup of table salt. They still had this at Brookshire's if you need more, but I figure most of these ingredients are going to be stuff that y'all have already at home. So something easy. Y'all don't have to get out. You don't have to get the kiddos out, but y'all can make this at home. Kiddos can help. They love to stir. They love to do. So and they can get messy and it be okay. And it doesn't dye your countertops. That was one thing that I was concerned about with the different colors. My counter did not show any signs of harm. This Jello that I used is supposed to be pink, so I'm hoping that it turns a different color, but you know, we'll see. So that is all of our dry ingredients. So it's 2 boxes of the Jello, 3.5 cups of flour, a half a cup of salt. So now we're going to add the wet ingredients. So this is 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. And this is, I've got 2 cups that I made sure was hot, and it calls for 1 cup. But I did need a little bit extra water last night, so I went ahead and made sure that I had 2 cups of water hot. And I used my electric kettle at home last night, but I used the microwave here. So it's kind of whatever works. So we're gonna add a cup of water to that, and then we stir. And this is probably going to not be the prettiest color in the whole wide world. I'm glad I brought the one I made last night so y'all could see it's not all, you know, just muddy brown. And then you stir, and you stir. If you have a stand mixer or electric mixers, you can, of course, use that. Or you can let the kids get their hands in it and mix it. Now, the water is supposed to be hot, so just be mindful of that, because right at first it is pretty warm to the touch. And but as you work it more, and as you can see, I'm going to need some more water. It's just too dry. And so just, it's one of those eyeball things. And then if you accidentally add a little too much water, you can add more flour. So it's, you know, like I said, this isn't, we're not going to cook this later. So you know, we don't have to worry about it not tasting good for us. It's still pretty sticky, as you can see, as the wet parts are really sticky and wet. But what's so fun with this is that with if y'all are bakers, if any of y'all are bakers out there, you'll know that the more you work it, the gluten in the flour comes out, and it helps it to not be, it's more stretchy, more moldable, and all of that. Because also these were a little bit bigger boxes of the Jello, I figured I would also need just a little more water to it too. I have extra flour because we're going to need to dust the table so we can knead it. So as you can see, it's starting to come together now. I'm going to go ahead and take my spoon out. Y'all see that? Take my ring off here. And I'm just going to get in with my hands. And so as you can see, now it's sticky. It's still super sticky. I probably added just a touch too much water, but we can get that worked out. And it's not the prettiest color. I picked the wrong one, but it was like Starburst, strawberry flavored. And I was like, oh, that's gonna smell great, and it really does. But it's not the prettiest color. So note for y'all, make sure they're really bold colors, because those will probably work a whole lot better. All right, so now comes the fun part. And at this point, it's not hot to the touch. So the kiddos are much better to get their hands in it now. So you're going to want to flour your surface. And just like if you were making cookies, roll out cookies or pie dough or homemade bread, we're going to knead. And so if you've got more than one kiddo, this is plenty. This is a lot of Play-Doh. You can split it up and everybody can have a little bit and work. And then like your hands get messy, and that's fun, but it's, as you can see, it's not staining my hands. And even the red, I did this last night with the red, and you can tell my hands are good. And we're just going to work. So fold, and we're going to knead. And you just keep doing this, and it, like, I've only done it a few times, and you can tell it's not nearly as sticky as it was, and it just keeps working. The color's coming out just a little bit. It's not quite as pink as I had hoped it would be. It's more of a kind of a fleshy kind of tone. So hey, you can use this, and they can make people. You know, who knows? But they had a bright blue, and they have lime green, and they have, there's all kinds of colors. And I thought, you know, I remember when mine were little, I had Jello on hand more often than I do now. But I bought this at Walmart yesterday, and they had plenty of the boxes. You can, you know, just as long as it's the Jello gelatin, not the Jello pudding. The pudding is not going to do the same thing. And again, I got this recipe off of pre-kpages.com. There are so many. I found it on Pinterest, of course, you know, because Pinterest is how I roll. I love that thing. It gives me so many ideas. But I print off this recipe, and I will put that in the box filled with craft stuff. If y'all need a hard copy for it for later. But again, 2 boxes of the Jello gelatin, and then 3.5 cups of flour, 1/2 cup of salt, 2 tablespoons of oil, and about 1 cup to 2 cups of hot water. And then the flour, again, it depends. You'll know as you can kind of see the difference. This is still real soft, and this is a little harder. It keeps its shape a little bit better. So we'll just keep folding in and kneading in some flour as that goes until it gets to be the right consistency. The fun thing is, even at this stage of the game, your kids can have a great time. This stuff is so good for, you know, your hand-eye coordination and creativity and all those things that their little minds are growing and doing and learning. And it's just fun. I mean, you get messy and you're working with things that, you know, maybe they've never used flour to dust. Maybe they've never needed. This is a great way if you want to teach your little ones to cook. It's a great way to get them started, and they can learn the techniques of it while they play. And then it translates later to other things. But that, my friends, is the extent of how you can make homemade Play-Doh at home. And it's, again, it smells like strawberries and flour, and cherries, because that's what the other one was in here now. And there you go. It makes a ton. So again, if you want to half the recipe, get several different kinds and use one box of one color and one box of a different color and make several different colors. It does, I mean, as you can see, it makes a lot of Play-Doh that you can play with. And it seemed to hold up fairly well overnight. I stored it in a Ziploc bag after it completely cooled, because it's still warm right now. So I'm afraid that if you close that bag up when it was still warm, you would get more moisture in. If that does happen, how you would fix that is just add some flour to your work surface and knead again. This is still a little bit sticky. It could probably use a little bit more flour and a little bit more working. But once it's cooled down, put it in a Ziploc bag and it'll keep. It'll keep for a few days. And if you keep it in the refrigerator, because there is some sugar in it because of the box of Jello, it would keep even longer. And then it'll warm up as they play with it and work it out. So I don't see any problems. And it could last y'all through this whole entire quarantine time and shelter in place time. And I know we haven't done that here yet, but in those exact words, but in this time that we're staying at home, they can have it to play with. And then just something fun for everybody to do, you know, for other times. I mean, it's a great recipe to keep on hand and all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and I will post it to our Facebook page so y'all can come back and watch this later. I'm going to go ahead and flip this around so y'all can see my face instead of that. Maybe my hands are a little messy. Oh, there we go. Oh, push the button one too many times. I just did this today. We are not open. Unfortunately, we miss y'all a whole lot. So I'm going to post this video so that way if you didn't get to catch all of it, you can come back and watch it all the way through. And then I will put the recipes that I've printed out in the box on the front porch. So if y'all want to come by and pick that up, if y'all have already gotten the bags still have the same things that are in there from yesterday. So what I'm putting out today are going to be the recipes for this Play-Doh. Tomorrow I have a different craft. So the way I'm working this is on one day I'm going to give you something for you to take home. And then the next day I'm going to do a craft situation that with stuff hopefully that you'll already have at home and just an idea, and do a video about that. And then the next day have an activity kit made to put in the box. So that and coloring sheets on the same days that I put activity packets in the box, I will replace those bags so that way y'all can get some more. They won't all have colors in them, but hopefully y'all were able to get some of these that do and be able to do that. But if y'all need anything, please, please, please call us. We are here. We miss y'all. We really do. And We want to help as much as we possibly can. So if there's something that y'all need, we may not be able to, but it never hurts to ask. And so just call us. Give us a call. We'll be here between 10 and 4, Monday through Friday, to answer your phone calls while we are closed to the public. And then, of course, there's always Facebook. I have it in my phone, so even if I'm not here, I get the messages at home, and I can respond to, and I believe we all do. So, you know, there's Jackie. She can answer questions, and Tammy can answer questions, and myself. We all have that access. So if there's ever any questions, even if we aren't answering the phones here because we have already gone home for the day, send us a message here on Facebook, and we will do our very, very best to get to you as quickly as we possibly can. Thank y'all guys so much for watching and hanging out with me for a little bit today. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.